Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hello to all my returning subscribers and hello to any new viewers. Today I just actually wanted to talk about what it's like to work in the medical field. I got some Qdoba, want to make it like a mukbang, but just really want to talk about it. No real rhyme or reason about the video. I just wanted to give my 2 cents and my perspective. The reason being is, if you don't know much about me and you're new to my channel, my background is I was in the United States Air Force. I served a little bit over 5 years and I was in transportation. And then after that, I went to marketing to study marketing. So I had a couple marketing jobs. And then of course, I also worked at education when I was going through my bachelor's and master's program. So there a lot of logistic, marketing jobs, admin, tech jobs, and I just never worked in medical actually. It was my first time, so I started medical just this year. Nothing special, just administration, but working both in the clinical side and the hospital side. And let me say, it's interesting. It is very interesting and has added a new perspective in my life. Not good. It kind of reminded me like how fragile life is, especially the clinicals I worked at, and of course working in the emergency room. Is it added that idea of life is so fragile and so fast and so quick that you think, because of course when you're young you're going, I have all this life to live. When you're younger in your 20s and stuff, you feel like you're invincible. Seeing what people are going through during their time working medical, it really adds of what you want your life to actually be worth and all that, what you want to be remembered for, what you want to be known for along those ways, the kind of impact you want to have on the world, your community, on those kind of aspects. It's like, what are you doing with your life, pretty much, is my perspective. It really added. Other things is just the diseases, the symptoms that you can come up with from heart problems, diabetes. It really hits you of like what your lifestyle and what you want to do with that, and actually how much you have control wise. There are certain things that in life you can't control, and some diseases are just unavoidable, sadly. But there's so much you can control about your health, and just looking at that, seeing people come to the clinic or the emergency room and understanding that you could be in that same kind of situation, from people having diabetes, potentially cancer, or even having heart problems and along those lines. And it really hits you as, I can have control on certain aspects about my health. I can control my weight. I can control what I put into my body. Those are things that you can really highlighted it again, because being younger and never working in the medical field is just like, you feel like you're invincible. You go, oh, I'll be fine, I don't need to worry about these things. But seeing how fragile life is and like potentially that it could impact you, it really brings that perspective. And another aspect besides that is really planning for the future. Is I never thought about life insurance. I never thought about a will. I never thought about what would happen if, something did happen to me. Like, how would everything be handled about my life? I think that really added a different note and a lot of perspective and insight that I go, this is a lot. And I don't talk too much about it, is I never had a very close relationship with family, especially starting my time in the military. Is I think during that time I really felt separated and all that. And I think this actually kind of highlighted that time. Another thing about working in the medical field is just how you see a lot of people. It kind of happened. It was during my time in the Air Force. I really wasn't connected to a lot of family, then you see people going through, especially the emergency room, when they need like emergency contacts. And a lot of people don't have some. They don't have family. They really don't have anyone they can call. It really hits you as even the ones who do have family. It's surprising of how little they know sometimes. I'm not talking bad. I'm just adding that insight is you don't know what people are going through, but at the same time, it's very surprising how little families know about each other, like date of births, where they're located, like address, or even those ones. Or you get some that they go, oh, there's no one gonna be worried about me. There's no one I need to notify. You see some people who come, oh, sorry, it's just a bit. You see people who come and they're getting transported by others, and they have no family or friends who bring them. And it hit me. Of course, not being married or having kids myself is the worry of like, is that me in like a couple of years? Hopefully, a long years. Not having anyone around, it really adds that perspective and worry, and keeps in that thing of building those relationships around. You definitely get to see the other side of medical. It's always easy to see on the other side when you're never worked in the medical field. Oh, like what are doctors, what are nurses, and all, like these admin people doing? They're doing a lot. They are working very hard. Even with COVID tampering off and not as viable right now, still around. You get a lot of that. People think it doesn't ever exist now. As during the time of COVID, it was hit hard on the clinical side of medical, from doctors, nurses, even admin people, MAs, and along those lines. Is a lot left the field. Simple as that. And since then, it hasn't been able to recover to the numbers of what they need, but numbers of medical issues and all that people need use to medical has grown. So of course there's more patients to per doctor, more patients per nurse. It's just a lot. And finally seeing that side, I won't say shock. It's very shocking, and goes, wow, I never knew. Overall, I feel working in the medical field has really given me that new, refreshed look of enjoying your life. Enjoy what you want to do. The idea of always the hustle culture, I don't think is always necessary. Definitely do what you think is right and everything and all that. But life is short. Definitely do what you enjoy. Definitely be around people that you actually want to be around. Build good relationships if possible. And try to live like life without regrets if possible. I feel like is You make your choices and everything. If it happens, it happens. But don't take it in a bad way if something happens. So yeah, like my final thing would be, what really added that perspective of working in the medical field is understanding like anything can happen from one blink of eye to another. Is like your life can change instantly. Understanding that each moment you enjoy in doing life, it should be something you're enjoying, even if means you're a homebody, if you like traveling, if you like going out on adventures, whatever you're doing, as long as it's not harming anyone and you're happy and you're doing in a manner where it's not harming anyone and you're respectful and you're enjoying and just in a positive mindset, I think go for it, enjoy it, because that's all that really matters. And understand, like, when if you ever go into like a emergency room or clinical, understand that, be a little more patient. And thank you to all people who work in medical, from doctors, nurses, techs, MAs, from the managers to the admin workers. You all have an impact. You're doing great things. But yes, I just want to make that little video about what's it like working in the medical field. It's such a big change from what I knew. But as always, take care and God bless you all.